And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and I am here with my Silver and Black Radio Podcast family. I got my boy, Gunny Raider in Las Vegas. What's up, baby?
What up?
I got my boy, All In from TBH Dallas. What up, baby?
What up? What up?
And I got my girl, Val. What's up, Val? How are ya? Oh, deuces from Val. Yo.
Sorry.
Happy birthday to you, Val. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday, 21.
You.
Make sure that you make sure you drink and drive and have a good time. I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Michael's singing.
No, I'm sober now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. There it is.
There it is.
There it
Hey,
is.
we're using whole first names around here.
Uh-huh.
Singer, dancer,
You got his middle
football
name
player
too, Val?
extraordinaire.
Everything.
Huh?
Everything you need, baby, all wrapped into one.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Hey, today what we're going to do, we're going to talk about, free agency, man. We got some free agency signings. We got some free agency losses. We're going to grade the Raiders. And then we're going to talk about, Hondo brought it up. There is a potential trade for a superstar. So we're going to get our freaking detective glasses out, and we're going to try to figure out who it is and who we'd like to see come back to the Raiders and be this superstar player. So, y'all, let's just get started. And we started out with a banger. I think we what was it, like 20 minutes into free agency, 30 minutes into free agency, something like that. And we bring in a war daddy up front to match up next to Max and make this defensive line just A++++, baby. We bring in Wilkinson out of the Dolphins, right? We give him 110 mil, 84 mil guaranteed. Now, guys, what do you guys think about the guy that we brought in? Wilkins. Okay. We give Wilkins 110, 84.5 guaranteed. So, All In, give me your evaluation and your thoughts on that move, baby.
Man, that's the move we all wanted, right? We said it for weeks. Wilkins over Jones. You know, he's graded as the better run stopper. He's getting about equal pressures as Jones. I think we got the guy, man. And he matches Max's intensity, right, in his motor. He's the dude that'll get under the skin like Max does of opponents. I love it, man. How do you not love it? If you don't love it, something wrong with you.
Yes, sir. Gunny, thoughts?
Yeah, man, I love it. Of course, we love it. That's what we there's a big part of what we needed on defense, right? Even though defense kind of went off last year, at the back end of the season, we definitely needed that position, and we got a real player at that position now. I heard they're calling that D-line death row. That's dope.
That's dope.
No.
I love it.
Hey, death row, cartel, condor, cartel, whatever it is. I'm telling you guys right now, we got it's like the 4 horsemen of death up front.
We got dogs. Hey, they say Tyree's been working. Been working with Max.
I'm going to tell you guys something.
Yeah.
Yo, so I've been hearing about Wilkins, right? He's like, he is a religious dude when it comes to the way that he does things. He's a hard worker. He comes in there and he busts his butt. He does things on certain days of the week, working on hand stuff.
Locker room guy.
Yep, locker room guy. I mean, a dude that is hungry. And you know what? What I see is a dude that's going to keep getting better. At 28 years old, he's young. Bro, we gave him 27. 27 ain't too bad. He's right above the guy from the Ravens that got 25, right?
Yeah.
And then we're right below Chris Jones but what I see is a guy that's barely starting to like figure out how to pass rush from the inside. He had 3.5 sacks this year. And this guy makes a lot of tackles, bro, that are like 10, 15 yards downfield. So you know he has a high motor. So what I say is this, bro. When you put that pit bull right there and you put Max Crosby, the Condor, he gives you 110, 110, 110, not even 99.9. Yo, you got Malcolm Cooch, and you just said what Olin just said. You bring in Tyree. Bro, Hey, I'm telling the other or I'm calling the other team. If I'm the GM, I'm like, hey, make sure you have your backup ready because we coming, baby. We coming. Who are you gonna block, bro? Where do you slide that double team? Where?
No, it's
To
beautiful.
Matt? Then you got 3 1-on-1s with those 3 dudes, bro. We're gonna win. You got a double team. You could Tyree. You could double team him inside, but then you're gonna go 1-on-1 with Malcolm Coots, Max Crosby, Wilkins, bro. There's no way that you can slide protection. You almost have to automatically go into 60 protection with the 4-man front.
I
You know
think
that's
Max gets the
that
20
running.
sacks this year.
Be
So
stranded on death row.
exactly. Yo, Val, what was your first thoughts when we put that out on that post? We talked about it for weeks. Did you say we got our guy? Did you say we got a 1-2 punch up front now? Maybe 1-2-3 and 4. Pow, pow, pow. Yes?
You're breaking shit.
Yes. Bro, I'm excited right now. I mean, yo, this is a defensive coordinator's dream. I'll be like, yo, I'm telling you right now. Look, I'm breaking more stuff. Oh, crap. I think I even opened up a new window. Yo, I'm telling you guys right now. Patrick Graham right now, bro, is Mitchell Rents, you know, with him and his fake reports that he starts running around with Kings. I'm telling you right now, bro, our DC was running around his house.
Hey,
Did you
you know
see
what's
that?
wild to me, right? What'd you say
Yes, sir.
that we announced the Wilkins signing in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes? We'll say 30 minutes, right? And Pollard and Swift were the first players to come off the board, so to speak, right? In
Yeah,
like 15 minutes. What's wild to me is, dude, these deals have been done for weeks, if not days,
Yeah,
if
for
not
sure.
weeks. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
they've all have known a Christian's coming because these contracts are too complex to work out in 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
no, that's why you start dancing. I'll be like, you can start calling on Monday. You
Right.
just can't seal the
You
deal
could
till Wednesday.
you could make it public on Monday.
Yeah, sure, bro.
You
Hey,
know what I
I
mean?
tell you
And that
what.
it's just crazy. So I think you know coaches know
Go
that,
ahead.
hey man, this deal's done. Here's a contract because there's no way you're throwing out that Wilkins contract in 20, 30 minutes.
Bro,
Oh, hey, look what we just put together over coffee.
Yeah.
I'm telling you like this. If it was that Monday, what was it, Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern? I tell you like this, the Raiders were like, beep, 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 beep. Woo woo, what up, baby? What's going on? Hey, what is it gonna take for me to get you here? You already know. I'll be like, bro, as soon as that tampering period opened up, right? That legal tampering, bro, it's like that one homie that you got that you're like, yo, you cannot be around my girl, ma'am, because you know he's gonna be calling. I know the Raiders were like, yo, what up, baby? You gotta get rid of the old trash. Come over here, baby. Looking good in silver and black.
See what's over here.
Hey, and I'm telling you, man, we sealed the deal. What a whale of a guy. I mean, like, yo, not only is he massive at 6'3", 330 or something like that, but man, a big game-changing playmaker that we have. Now, fellas, another guy that we picked up and we re-signed, hold on, I got my tab here. Where the heck is it? Was
And
Andre
lady.
James. Yo, Andre. There it is. Nah, Andre James. Yo, Andre James, guys, was a guy that I'm going to start this one because I feel like we could have done a little bit better. I feel like there is a lot more guys out there or guys in the draft that we could have picked up, and he really suffered this year. I'm not going to say that the guy's a slouch or anything like that, but this year, I really don't feel like he put in the
He
type
rode
of
the struggle bus for sure.
yeah, that I would expect from our center. As you guys know, the center is the captain of the line, man. He makes all the calls up front. He makes sure that things straight up front. And I really feel like, he lacked that. So while I think we got him at a good price, I really feel that we could have done better in that spot. Now, I don't think that he's a slouch, but right there for me, if I was to grade Andre James, I think we're right around a C, right?
Yep.
Right around a C minus. So, yo, hey, Gunny, give me your thoughts, my brother.
I'm glad. I mean, the O line is still the most for me. The O line seems like still the one that needs the most work. So re-signing James could just be a depth thing, right? That offensive line needs a lot of depth. Obviously, they weren't. I don't see them as being good last year. I know there was some stats out there where it was like they were okay, but man, I don't see it. You know what I mean? I did not see that that offensive line was real good. I know they lost Colt Miller for a long period of time. Andre James struggled. I mean, Luminor struggled. Mister 5-10 yard penalty man over there, like it's just all patched together, man. They really need to do some work on that offensive line, or we're gonna suck again on offense. I don't care who's back there, man. It won't matter. It won't matter. But a depth is important. I think that might be a depth pickup. I hope, but they need to do some real work in the draft. If they're not going to pick up any offensive linemen in this free agency period, they need to do some real work in the draft to get that offensive line going.
Agreed. All in?
Yeah, I'm there with you. I wasn't a big fan of seeing that come across my phone. Yeah, I don't. They talked about, we're going to revamp the line, right? So right now, 3 out of 5 starters are the same as of right now. Luminor is gone, right?
He ain't lying.
So as of right now, you got Munford as your starting right tackle, and we don't have a starting right guard.
Yeah,
so I don't know where the big revamp is. If we stay at 13, man, it's probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I think they go tackle at 13. They're going to have to, right? You got to get a starter. You got to maybe you move Colton over and bring in another left tackle. I don't know, but you got to something's got to be done. And there's not a lot of free agents out there,
no,
as far as
is.
the line goes, and the good ones are gone.
Yep.
So Arizona just released a tackle, but fuck, he tore his Achilles on New Year's, so that dude's not going to play this year.
Mm-mm.
True. So Gunny just said something right there where he brought up the fact that this might be a depth move. Because as we have talked, it's like, hey, obviously these guys are like, hey, we don't have another center. We let go of our backup center this year, which was I can't.
Parham played when James was out.
Yeah. I mean, like, and you could see that. Now, did you know that according to PPF, Parham was actually our worst offensive lineman at 66% or at a 66 grade. Our bet and James was at a 71. So maybe they were like, hey, maybe they saw some things that we didn't see that they're like, hey, this guy's being a little bit more successful at. Now, I totally agree with what you said. At 13, if we're not making a move up to get a quarterback, why not revamp that offensive line? Why not?
Talent's there.
That's going to be there for the next 10 years, right? That's how you build a team, supposedly. Now, we've been terrible, and I know a lot of people go like, oh, well, the Raiders suck at picking offensive line. Well, guess what? We've sucked at a lot of things, man.
No, the Raiders suck at drafting.
But we have to take a shot. We have to fill a position of need. And I really feel like, hey, AP has a plan that might not involve a quarterback in the first round. He really feels, I think, that we can get a decent guy in the second. Now, or we can move up later in the first round. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I'll be honest, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Right? We all thought a couple days into free agency, we kind of have a direction, right? As to what the draft is going to look like. Nope.
No, we have some big holes on offense right now.
So
we need a running back.
There we go.
Guard. We need a tackle.
We have a direction. We know
we need
that
2 corners,
first round is going to go offense.
I don't know though, because there's some legit They really like both Bama cornerbacks too. And we needed one corner when we started. We lost the meat. Now we need two corners that are capable of starting.
Well, Hobbs can start in the slot, right?
Who else you got? Hobbs and Jack Jones. That's it.
Okay, hold on. You got Jack Jones on the outside. You got Hobbs on the inside. And we did say Kendall Fuller's still out there.
Oh, there's definitely Alexander's out there. There's some dudes out there. So
I'd be
we
like,
just got to
there's still
see the
some
way
dudes.
free agency plays out. But and I would still like to go get one of the linebackers. You got Kenneth Murray out there. That dude could play.
Yeah,
He's young.
I
He
think
should
we're
have been
going
a
to
fucking
revamp
Raider.
our defense through free agency, and I think they're going to revamp our offense through the draft.
Maybe. Look, in my opinion, man, the defense obviously is going to carry this team, right? The offense has to be better than it was last year. We're not talking a top 15, top 10 offense. We just got to get shit. We'd be better if we just got to number 20.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to flip the switch on that since you said offense, right? Guys, and you know what? The first person that I saw post about this was actually Val, okay? Was Minshew signing, right? We can pick up Gardner Minshew from, I can't pronounce his last name. My bust.
Minshew.
Yeah.
Minshew, all right?
It's weird.
So we pick him up. And I mean, like, I'm going to tell you guys right now, about half of Raider Nation almost fucking died.
Yeah.
They're like,
it was all over.
Who's our starter? Are you kidding me? We signed in a backup. This is a Band-Aid. This is a guy that can't make it happen. This is a guy that blah, blah, blah. That was in the few people that I saw that she was like, oh, I like this signing. I think he's a good sign. I think he's a good player. I thought he's an upgrade over AOC.
100%.
He is,
For the mere fact he'll extend the plays with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you guys something, too. The guy's a winner.
Yep.
Bro.
100%.
I'll be like,
he won in Philly, Jacksonville. He won last year.
Dude, I'll be like, he beat us last year. He made us look
so did old boy third string in Chicago, too.
Did.
So
I'll be like, no, but I'm just saying, you're right.
No, he did. He did. He beat us, man.
And I mean, like, at the end of the day, what I say is this, all right? He's a winner, man. I don't care if it's pretty. One thing we said, this defense is going to carry us to a championship. We just need an offense that's going to give us more points, that's going to generate offense, that's going to keep them off the field. Are you telling me with Gardner Minshew that we won't be moving the sticks a little bit more than with AOC?
Yeah, 100%.
I 100% believe so.
Yeah, DA's stats will go up this year for sure. Even Jacoby Myers will have a better season. Everybody on offense will have a better season overall.
What did Minshew throw for? Like 3,600 yards last year?
Yeah, something like that.
And I believe I saw somebody post that the Colts, they were near top 10 offensively under him.
Yeah, they were.
And he catches a lot of shit, man, because him and Baker are really similar, right? They're that gunslinger mentality, right? They're gonna they'll probably lose you a game or two.
Guaranteed.
I'll be like, that fucking mustache is not there for nothing.
Right.
No, it's fucking gunslinger, baby. It's
a
fucking gunslinger.
Fucking we've talked for weeks, right, about the quarterback position since before the season ended. And what was the number one thing we all said? A vet needs to come in this offseason. Whether that's a guy who's going to start or whether that's a guy who's going to just be in the quarterback room.
Do you guys remember when we did the list?
Yeah.
And we went through all the free agency list. Who did we all say was a guy that would fit our system, that would come in at a good price and be a good vet?
Yeah, and also understands that he's a backup if need be.
Yeah.
If that's where he's at, yeah.
Yeah. He's a fringe starter.
And I think Val was like, bro, because I saw the post and I just kind of read through the post, and Val was like, yo, this is a good signing. He's a solid player. Go ahead, Val. Go ahead. Hit us with the Val.
I like this one. And then Alan came back with like, you should be happy with all of the signings today.
Well,
Yo.
yeah, the way you post, no, that was on Jason Dean's post.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I
That was
specifically
on Jason Dean's post because I'm like, damn, only happy about the quarterback? Shit,
no, I was
we got the hottest name in free agency, in my opinion.
You know what? I cannot believe, and Allen said it, dude. This year, we're in the mix for free agency.
Yeah,
No,
we made a splash on day one.
on day one, we signed a big whale. I
Yep,
was
it's
like,
usually day three.
and we're signing a guy that I'm like, oh, he ran a 4.21. Great,
Yeah,
another one. But yo, another signing that I think is going to be key for us because Allen brought in the fact too that hey, we need running backs, right? We bring back Amir Abdullah. Okay, Amir Abdullah might not be this big name guy. He might not be this guy that's like, yo, this guy's a beast. But what I like is that he brings diversity to our backfield. Okay, he does everything that Zamir White can. Catches the
Yeah.
ball well out of the backfield. He's a guy that's a third down back that knows it and can play special teams.
yep.
You know, so and at the price that we brought him in, bro,
It's not bad. We still
not
need we
bad
need
at
another
all.
running back for sure.
You
And
know,
yeah,
so
I don't know
go
if it's
ahead,
gonna
Gunny.
be a vet. I don't
You
think it's
like
gonna
it?
be a vet at all.
No, it's
No.
gonna be as bad as I want it to be a vet. I think you're right. I think it's gonna be a rookie in the draft, probably rounds 4 through
Yeah,
6.
late round
Mm-hmm.
rookie.
No, you're right. So, hey, guys, another guy that we just picked up, okay, is the tight end from the Browns, Harrison. Okay, I did not watch this guy play all too much. I'm like, but all in hit something there that he's a blocking tight end, that he's a big physical guy, that
That's
he
what I
likes to
read.
get guys off the ball. So if we got a big physical tight end with the scheme that we're running, and this is why I also like Minshew because Allin said something. Hey, Luke Getsy is known for what?
Running
Running the
Pounding the
football.
ball,
rock.
right? So what happens when you got a guy that you run the rock a lot, that everything's like that? Then you use what? Play action, right? And Gardner Minshew is good at play action.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
is.
He is good on the move. When that pocket is moving, he is an absolute beast. So I can see where he fits in. You know, where you can hand off the rock. All these pieces are starting to fit. You know, we got Wilkins, who we brought in. He fits in with Max. Okay. Amir Abdullah, he fits in with the things that he does.
Yep, and he's been
Andre
here.
James, again, I think it was more for depth, but it's also a position of need. Okay. So all these draft or all these free agency guys, yo, they make sense. There wasn't a guy that I was sitting there, I was like, yo, why the fuck did we sign that guy?
Yeah, it makes sense, and we're not overpaying.
Yep. And we're
And here's the
cutting
thing about James too, right? So we're back to James real quick.
Okay.
So when he became the starter, that was under Gruden, right? Gruden
Mhm.
traded away Hudson, made James a starter, and he had a productive year. McDaniels comes in. I don't know who the O line coach was, but he wasn't as good as Tom Cable. I know that. So maybe
There's
this
very
O
few.
line coach man thinks he can get James back to playing the way he did 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I
no, no.
fucking hope so. I mean, like, I really hope so.
I mean,
Because
like, if he can pick up his game like that, it's like Gunny said, bro. I hope so, because if he does, hey, man, that's what you want. Your war daddies up front
Yeah,
to
mm-hmm.
get that, they plow the
100%.
road.
Yeah.
So, hey, guys, we've talked a lot about the guys that we did sign and guys that we did keep. Now, let's talk a little bit, not a lot, a little bit about the guys that we're going to miss. All right. Hey, obviously, the big name, Josh Jacobs, gone for 4 years, $48 million to the freaking Green Bay Packers. All right. I'd be like, that contract is funky as hell. I don't understand it. I mean, like, but I am not a lawyer and I'm not getting paid by it. So I'm not trying to understand it.
And
So
he didn't go to Dallas, and he didn't stay in the division. So I
Yeah,
hope
I'm good.
I hope the best for him, man. And you can't be mad at a guy for wanting to get the bag, especially at the running back position. If someone's gonna give it to you, you got to take it. No different than what was his name out here in Dallas years ago? Went to Philly, DeMarco
yeah,
Murray.
Yeah,
Dallas didn't want to pay him. I mean, and look, Dallas was right, but because he didn't do shit when he left. But
no,
I can't fault the guy for wanting to chase his money, man.
yep,
We do that every day.
sure
no,
do.
I got you. Hey, yo, Gunny, thoughts on that?
Well, of course, I'm gonna miss Josh Jacobs, man. I mean, every time you got down to the 5 yard line, it was like Josh Jacobs time for me. You know what I mean? I was like, run that shit 4 fucking times. You have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't know if we have the same in Zamir White, but he did show some flashes last year. I hope. I mean, I hope. I wish him the best, man. You know what? The one I'm really broken up about is fucking Amik Robertson, man. That's the one that really
Man,
sucks for me.
man,
You know what I mean?
that contract was cheap.
Yeah, I know. He didn't even get
Like
that.
2 years, $9 million or something stupid.
but let me ask this: do you think that's the best offer he got, or do you think he was just like, hey, this we might have offered him a contract, or did we offer him a contract?
I don't know.
I don't know. Never came out.
Huh? Interesting.
All I know is now we need 2 more corners.
Yeah. So, hey Val, what's your thoughts on losing JJ? I know you have an opinion on that.
Just wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
She's
love
like,
it.
you're not a Raider no more. Fuck your
Yeah.
team.
Hey, my mom be acting the same way. She's like, see you later. She's
By the
like,
way, we got to get
you ain't
Mama
part of the
Gunny
shield.
Raider on the show. By the way,
Someday, man. Someday we'll put her on.
we got to get her on the show ASAP.
She's a fucking psychopath, man. You guys will love her. You guys will love her.
That's just the way we love our mothers. We call them psychopaths. But hey, all right, guys, we lose Illuminor on the offensive line. Illuminor, I really didn't think of him as a big loss. The reason is I really feel like this year, bro, he played way below his ability. He started talking shit so much when he was like, "Oh, now we're the bookends for the Raiders," and I think his mouth made a check that he couldn't cash. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, I think his game just kept going down and down and down. And I mean, like, well, they moved him around, and he is a guy, and I think that's why Carmen Bursillo took him to New York, a guy that can play multiple positions. But I'm telling you right now, I don't feel like that guy's on the up and up anymore. He's definitely on the downslope of his career. So what do you guys think about that?
Man, fuck him.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I really don't.
Oh, well,
And he's
Mr.
like,
5 yard penalty, bro. I'm good.
people keep sharing all his posts about how juiced he is to play for the Giants and put on that blue helmet. That shit's gay. See ya.
Yeah, I couldn't care any less, bro. To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
that's gay.
Mr. Drive Killer himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
forget.
Hey, you know what? I love it that we're all on the Val train when you leave our team. Nothing to say about that. Yo, but last but not least, man, and this is a guy that we actually did not let go, but we let him go. We let go Renfro, man. Dyrden Renfro, I'd be like, hey, I love the guy. I think like he's definitely a special person because the way that he interacts with fans, he's a good dude, just a good dude on the field and off the field, and you can tell all that. But the production had went down, and I mean like way down. Honestly, after Chucky left, I feel like McDaniels didn't have a plan for him, and other teams didn't know how to use him, or other
Which
coaches
is
didn't know how to use him.
fucking wild because he fit the mold of Wes Welker, Amendola, and those type of dudes in New England, right?
Yeah,
But he's the type of dude that needs to freestyle, so to speak, right, to get open. Right?
yeah.
He goes off route, and McDaniels wasn't about that life.
And it's crazy to me though. But I mean, like if you think about it, it's like you guys said. This guy is a guy that can get open, that can make plays, that has always made plays for us. Yes, I know that this year he didn't have an electric year. Every time he touched the ball, though, you could see the guy still wants to make plays. Now, the biggest thing I thought is why didn't we trade him? Why didn't we get any value for him before
Making
we
too,
because that
released?
contract.
he's making too
Who's
much
going to take
money.
on that contract for a guy that did he even have 500 yards?
Mm-hmm. Making too
Right.
much.
So so Mark fucked us on that deal, right? He should have let Ziegler finish that deal with New Orleans and then fired Ziegler,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
for
he
sure.
put everything on hold and said, "Ain't nobody going nowhere. Deuces, you're out. Fuck you. See ya."
Yep.
He
No,
should have let
no.
him finish the deal, but at the end
Oh,
of the day,
he'll end up in New Orleans. Well,
for
you just
sure.
Well,
watch.
I guaranteed he's going to go to New Orleans, and he's going to go to New Orleans cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And probably have a good year.
Yep. And I mean, like, if that happens, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at our coaching staff and saying, bro, what is going on here that we cannot get this type of production out of this dude? And
Well,
if he
I
goes
think at
somewhere
this
else,
point,
he makes it happen.
Some of that is Derek
point
Carr,
with
man.
Getsy, it's right now it's strictly about money, right?
Yeah.
Would he have renegotiated? I don't know. I don't know if that was ever talked about. But it's strictly about money, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And that's why
I
he had to
agree.
go. We can't have a guy at that production on the books for 9 million, 8 million, whatever
Can't
it
do it.
is.
Yeah. I'll
Like
be like,
as much
could
as
you
we like the
possibly see
dude,
him coming back at a cheaper price?
I don't know. Probably not, man. I think he's going to go to New Orleans. He already said his goodbyes. He's out.
Yeah,
Um, and that he was one of the first players to speak out after McDaniels left, talking about how
yeah, it was.
refreshing it is to not have to walk on eggshells
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the
Yeah.
building, right?
Yeah, he sure was.
McDaniels absolutely crushed that dude's soul. I think
Yeah,
I really do, man. He just
I think so
Mc,
too.
yeah, McDaniels just crushed that dude.
Yep. And that's the key. I mean, like players can do. That's why players need good coaches. Let me clarify this, okay? Players need good
Oh,
coaches because you come in and as a coach, you can make a player better or you can make him worse. And I feel Josh
yeah,
McDaniels is just a guy that makes every single player in that locker room worse. So
100%. He doesn't make anybody better.
No, nothing at all.
And let's not let Renfro completely off the hook, right? Because in McDummie's first year, there were a lot of things that cost us the Arizona game, but his two fumbles at the end of the game hurt
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
it's not like he played.
Injuries,
It's not like he was playing lights out, man.
right?
no,
Injuries hurt him. I mean, he fumbled and arguably cost us the Minnesota game this year, right? Or at least we could have had a tie game going into overtime.
no,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely.
So
And
he's not 100% off the hook either. But just to see the change in the dude, you could tell, man. Like that
Yeah,
dude just
it's
crushed.
shot.
Yeah.
yeah,
But a lot of his production, I think, had a lot to do with Derek Carr too, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because he was always looking for him.
well,
Yeah.
you have
You know,
that connection. When you have that
they had that
connection with the
connection.
quarterback,
These guys weren't looking for him at all.
Because
You
exactly.
know.
the Pro Bowl year he had that was year 3 together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
And
But
that's when you're
that's.
comfortable.
And if you ask me if I'm sad about it, I'm not. Like I haven't seen the guy in 3 years, so
right.
you know what I
You know,
mean.
you're not lying. I mean,
So I'm
like, and
not
that's
sad
where
about
it's
it.
like, hey, you know,
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
people have this thing about them where they go like they remember this one season, and I go like, bro, so long ago. Hey, it's not what you did; it's what you're doing for me now.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
Exactly.
buddy.
So, all right, guys. Yo, so we've talked about all the stuff that's going on in free agency. Now at pick 13, okay, what are your guys' expectations from the things that you guys seen? We know that it's not going to be a defensive pick. I'll be like, it's going to be it'll be a very rare thing, we think, or I think at least. Now, let me get your thoughts on right now the way that if we pick at 13, what are we picking? What are we drafting? Don't give me a name, just give me a position. Okay. Because when we start thinking about names, give me a position.
It's
You
hard to
guys got a name that's in your head. So, hey, I'm gonna start with Gunny. Gunny, give me a name if we stay at 13.
Position.
A
position.
position. Yeah, a position.
It's
Eh,
hard to say, man. It's hard. It's hard to say, honestly. I mean, where we draft a corner, even though we're horrible at drafting corners, like one of the worst teams ever I've seen draft corner. We've almost never hit on that. Offensive line is important. Quarterback is obviously extremely important. So it's hard to say, man. It's you need to see where the chips are falling, where the cards are laying. You know what I mean? It's hard to pull one position and say we need to get that at 13 when we do have needs in other places. The defense, I don't know if it's such a huge need because our D line can sustain now. That death row line is going to be fucking on fire, but
Death
really, we
row.
really, really need offensive linemen, man. You know what? And even if we just grab a good offensive lineman and roll with Minshew, or like we were talking about earlier, grab a quarterback in the second, which will still be some good quarterbacks out there. We got to do something, man, because we got that offensive line is not good. It's just
No.
not good, man. That's the most important thing for me right now. I think is the offensive line.
Okay, so you're going offensive line at 13. All in. What you got at 13?
And I think it's either going to be a tackle or it's going to be a DB. Man, I can't decide which. I really thought we'd have a clearer picture. You'd be like, yeah, man, that's what we're doing at 13. But shit, we
We
still
know
got a
that.
lot of holes to fill. We just don't have that clear picture yet. But I think if we stay put at 13, man, it's got to be, yeah, as unsexy of a pick as it is, it's got to be the trenches, right? It's got to be that O line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think about it too, though, man. We still have this second half of free agency coming up. We had our
Yeah,
first
oh, for
half
sure.
Yeah.
that we knew were going to be free agents, and now we got the guys that are about to get cut.
Hey,
That are
and there's
about to
still some
be agents.
dogs out there that aren't even getting that are out there still.
Yeah,
You
so
still got Jaheir Alexander. You still got Fuller from Washington. You still got
there's still
Kenneth
some out there.
Murray. You still got some dudes out there.
There's still some time to figure it all out.
Absolutely. Now, hey, you guys are clearing up my picture, right? I got my goggles on. I'm ready to go. I see the picture now, man. I mean, like, you guys are giving it to me. I feel like there's a lot of guys out there, man, defensively, right? So I'm with Gunny. We need those road graders, and you're going to pick up a young war daddy up front because guess what? We are a run first offense. There's a lot of sexiness out there on defense for free agency, man. There's a lot of daddies, but there's not very many big sexies from the up front. No, sir.
Nope.
That's why
No, it
I'm
really
like,
isn't.
hey, we
And the
need those
good ones have been
defenses.
scooped up.
Yeah. So I think we at 13, we might be able to pick up one of the top 3 linemen in the draft.
For sure, because I still think 4 to 5 QBs are going in the
Yeah,
top
definitely.
11.
So yeah, if you're able to pick up one of the top 3 linemen in the draft, bro, I'm okay with that. Again, that protects Minshew, whoever we got back there. Freaking sack of potatoes, you got him back there. Throw a sack of potatoes back there. We're protected all day.
Hey, I'm still sticking with my prediction. We're gonna go get a guy, man, in the draft.
I think so too.
Oh, he says we're moving up. Okay.
I still.
Who are we trading with then, all in? If we're trading up right now, think about it. Put your thinking cap on, all right?
Honestly, man, right now, I think there's a legit shot the Bears trade number 1.
What? What?
To trade the number one,
No.
Yeah, I think there's a legit chance that they do that.
You think they roll with Justin Fields for another year and pass up on Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels?
There's a chance, yeah.
All right. You give me. Oh, you better spill the beans. You better give me some more. You said, okay, there's a chance.
Hey,
What do you
I've been
see?
saying it. I've been saying it, right?
No,
Like,
but I'll be like, okay, so what? Okay, tell me why in your mind. Okay, Chicago has this guy that now is devalued at the quarterback position because they couldn't trade him, and I don't even
thanks
know
to
what's
Matt
going on with
Jones's deal.
Justin Fields, right? Now, you said, hey, I feel like, yo, they might trade off one. What's giving you that feeling? What's giving you that incline that they're going
I
to
don't know,
drive with
man.
different fields? Who would they trade
Pat,
with?
for us, why not?
Do you think they'd trade all the way back to 13?
Maybe.
Depends on what they're getting for it.
And you got that, or maybe they stay at one, take Harrison Jr., get another dog on offense, and maybe the
Reset. Hey,
Patriots move out.
so, okay, let's say Harrison Jr., right, gets drafted number one, which, hey, I'm telling you right now that everybody's draft board is going to start bing, 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 bing. Because, hey, if you need a quarterback, you know that you can get a top three guy in the
Yeah,
top four, right? Or
yeah,
top five.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah. I don't know, man. I've said it from day one. I've had a feeling that we were going to make a big move. I don't. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. But
No. I'm just saying, I'm like, you really feel like we're going to trade with Chicago?
man, I think anything's possible at this point.
Anything is
Ooh.
possible, bro.
Chicago's holding their cards really fucking close.
Well, but at the same time, do you think that's been a good thing or a bad thing? I'd be like, with Justin
I
Fields
think
right now,
I
you
think the
feel his
Mac
value's
Jones.
gone up or down?
I think the Mac Jones deal with Jacksonville and New England. I think that absolutely killed it. Right, like all you got, they're in the same draft, 4 picks apart, and all you got for Mac Jones was a 6. And
Yeah.
you could argue statistically they've been the same player. Um, Now I was listening to NFL on XM, and Charlie Weiss, one of the great coaches. He said that as of last night, he was told Fields to the Raiders is still very much alive.
Bro, I believe it. I
I
believe
do
I
too.
Fields
believe
to
it
the
too.
Raiders.
And why wouldn't it? Because look, I mean, so you got Minshew, right, who got backup money. You got Fields, who's still on his rookie deal for I mean, what, $6 million? You're under $20 million in the quarterback room,
Yep.
Yep.
I'll take it. I mean,
right?
I'll take it.
I would still take Fields too.
I
I
would
see
too.
two vowels right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's weird.
2 vowels. There it
Oh,
is.
There it
it
is.
became one.
That
Hey,
explains
no,
confused looks.
yeah. Well, we were very confused.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree.
I
I would
think
like.
I mean, even then, I would take Fields, man. If you stayed put at 13, hell, if all you had to give up, say you had to give up a fifth for Fields,
Oh, if we give
or
up a pitch, we stole
Yeah.
him.
I mean, that's
yeah,
You put him
take it.
in the bag and you run.
yeah.
We could fill so many other holes, man.
At
Yeah.
this point, I think even a fourth is I think a fourth is the highest you could go for Fields right now.
Yep.
And like I said, that the Mac Jones deal, I said it when it happened. That deal absolutely killed Fields' value.
I agree. Hey, so we talked about at the very beginning of the show, okay, Hondo had brought up the subject that there is the potential for a superstar trade to the Raiders. Okay. We've talked about it where we said superstar is like a basketball word. Okay. This means
100%.
it has to be a guy that's a game changer, a guy that is so dynamic that he changes the surface of the game, right? And I'd be like, there's very far and few guys like that
In the
in my
league,
mind.
for sure.
Okay. So let's throw out some speculation. Let's throw out some freaking thoughts here. Okay. Mike. Okay. Who do you think? Okay. Give me a name. Superstar player. Okay. Game changer that you would like to see the Raiders make a trade for if possible.
If it's not a quarterback, I don't think there is a superstar that's a game changer. You know what I mean?
That's what.
I,
Hey.
when we're looking at who's the top quarterbacks in the league. You know what I mean? You got Mahomes, you got Burrow, you got fucking Jackson, you got these guys. It's like 5 of them. You know what I mean?
If
You
There's
just
that,
5 of
threw
them.
out a name.
if that,
If
Hey.
that, right? If that. So I mean, Micah Parsons, like I think you mentioned earlier, I think that kid's a game changer on defense. But Is he? I mean, what did he do? What did he do for the Cowboys? Did he win a championship for the Cowboys? He sure fucking didn't. So
No, I get you.
yeah, I don't know who it could be, man. And honestly, I think maybe Hondo's talking out his ass. So
Hey,
that's
might
the
be.
way that's the way
Might
I see
be.
it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, so I'm gonna hit you with this. You threw out a name right now that for some reason that team seems like it's just burning down.
Fuck yeah.
Bang. You threw out Burrow, okay?
I see the fucking flames from Arlington all the way out here in Forney.
Bro, I was like, there's something definitely going on up there that nobody knows about.
Mhm.
Dude, the only running back they have on the roster is Deuce McAllister.
Bro, that dude's older
Deuce
than me.
McAllister.
No,
And
not
I'd
Deuce.
be
I'm
like, my
sorry.
back foot just
I was
walking
gonna
up
say
and down
Deuce
the
is back.
street.
No, who's not Deuce McAllister? My bad. His name is Deuce. I forget his last name. He's like fucking 5 foot nothing. He's the scout's son.
I don't know.
I forget his name, man, but the dude's like 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", something like that. It's the only back they have on the roster.
But T. Higgins sign and trade. I mean, Joe Mixon released. I mean, that's
It's
where
been
I'm
a
like,
wild few days.
so I could see that. I mean, could you see that? Burrow to the Raiders?
That would be interesting.
If that
Oh, damn,
happens,
that's
you heard
that
it
is a
here first.
superstar.
that's wild.
that is a superstar. Yeah, I guess. And
But I'll be
I
like,
was just me
hey,
talking out of my ass.
no, hey, no, I'll be like, yo, you dropped the name, and it just hit me right now, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't think about
yo,
that.
that could be it. Now, hey,
That's funny. That's wild.
Fucking Joey B in silver and black. Come on now.
woo! Hey, smoking, we got
Hey,
me smoking.
You can't let that dude run wild in Vegas.
Nah,
Oh, bro, Joe Burrow.
he loves it here, bro. He loves it here for sure.
Yo, all in. Thoughts? Who's the superstar guy?
I don't know, man. I've been pondering it since I heard it, and I'm like, who the fuck could that dude be talking about? Because I told you that when I think superstar, I think NBA, right? A
Yeah.
superstar in the NBA is your franchise guy, the face of your franchise, your money maker, the dude who's putting the asses in the seats. Your LeBron, your Steph, AD, those kind of guys. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So I thought basketball too. I thought LeBron James is gonna come play tight end for the Raiders.
Oh
Mhm.
Lord, no, fuck Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We
I
might
can't
be,
wait for
hey,
him
we
to
might
leave
be
the
getting all
Lakers.
sorts of PI calls. He might be flopping in all sorts of places.
He'd fall all over the place, man.
He
But
can't play football. He's too much of a fucking pussy.
You heard it here
Sorry.
first, please.
you heard it first, guys.
Yeah.
And LBJ, Dallas, Texas, all in. He's down there. Go check him out.
Hey, there's video proof that dude's a pussy.
Yo, so I'm gonna tell you guys, I did the same thing as soon as you brought that up to me, all in. But when Gunny mentioned Joe Burrow, that name just reverberates in my mind to think about right now, just the way that he has his attitude. Bro, he fits the Raider mold.
Yeah, he's a superstar for sure.
And he's a superstar. But hey, again, we don't know. We're just making speculations, just making talk. But
Hey, that dude's getting paid this year too. I saw he's making the most money this year. That dude's getting $69 million.
jeez.
Damn.
I don't even know how to count that high, bro. How many zeros is that? Jeez,
That's
bro.
a lot,
That's
buddy.
too many zeros for me. But yo, guys, hey, we want you guys to click like, click subscribe. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys keep messaging us on Facebook, on YouTube. We're trying to get back to all of you guys. There's some people with some outlandish messages, but you know what? It is what it is.
Raider
But-
Nation.
Yes, sir. Hey, just so you guys know, it's all about one team, one nation. It's all about the Raiders.
Raiders!
Shoot.